So let's take a look at how to improve some of the language that we highlighted under grammar and vocabulary, and some tips on how to make sure we don't make those mistakes. So first of all, you can see these are taken from the report, and you can see the errors highlighted. And it says here, look, this is what we should be doing. We use present tense to introduce the table, and the tense from the exam question to determine our tense that we use within the rest of the report. And you can see this is the exam question, and you can see the date here is 2012. So we should be using past tense when we're describing the table for the most part, and the information in the table. So really here, this should be were, because it happened in the past, didn't it? But we use present tense here because the table we're writing about the diagram now. Okay, so just try and remember that. Here's from the report, an incorrect comparison there, and you can see here it was 4 times higher. So we can't just use that to modify the noun like what is being attempted here. This one was made a few times, this error. The members in the clubs. If you're putting an S on this, it means there was more than one club, and there wasn't. There were club members here. So there's more than one member, but not more than one club. So make sure you be careful with that. And basically it changes the meaning, doesn't it, as well, quite a lot, because the reader now thinks that there's more than one club. Okay, so how can we improve it? Let's move on to vocabulary a little bit. Again, here, the members in the clubs. What can we do how can we write about that in a different way? So we've got phrases like this we can use. The majority of club members here rated the facilities excellent, while only a small minority rated them poorly. Now we look here, what we've done, this small minority is referring back to this original noun phrase here. We don't have to keep repeating, while only a small minority of club members, we don't have to keep repeating this noun phrase. We can use referencing. And here's another example of referencing the facilities, and then we've used a pronoun here instead of having to repeat the noun again. And this helps us to avoid repetition. Okay, we talked about some of that incorrect, so some of that vocabulary was not really correct. And let's have a look why. These words here, and you can see this is why it is wrong. If you recognize something, it implies that something was true, and then the group realized this, but it wasn't. There is no fact here, it's just an opinion. Underrated, you can see here why this is wrong, and underestimation. So what we want to use is more like opinion language to say, because people were asked what they thought, what their opinion was, and we need to use the correct vocabulary to report on that. So what can we use instead that's better? Vocabulary like this. Club members believed, club members thought, considered, rated, or were of the opinion that. And here's an example of a sentence. Okay. So when people are asked what they think about something, we should be using these types of phrases. Okay.